This still seems like future stuff. A little scary. It's fast arriving.
Mm-hmm.
It feels like every day there's another advancement, another use, another thing that it can be, that it's doing.
Okay.
AI is what I'm talking about.
Naturally.
61-year-old German man named Michael. He's got terminal cancer. And he's leaving behind an AI version of himself. He is the very first customer for a service called Eternos.
Eternos. Live forever with Eternos.
Eternos.
Let your memory go on. We can't save your life.
Your family will be with you forever.
Eternos. Okay. Fine, Eternos.
That's I think,
it's a good name.
Eternos.
It's pretty
I like
good.
That.
Yeah.
That creates an own AI double. He's been training the AI to act just like him and carry on after he's passed away.
Mm-hmm.
You tell it your thoughts and memories, so it learns to mimic your personality, your voice, and even generates new ideas similar to ones that you might think.
Oh, good. So Grandpa can evolve and have a favorite political candidate every season, or what?
I don't know. They asked him 150 questions about himself and his life, and he spent several weeks answering them at length.
Okay.
The point is to give your family something to interact with once you're gone.
Yeah.
So soon, actually, you'll be like in an AI robot.
That's my question. Is this a screen and we can talk to it, or is it a robot?
I think it's a screen right now.
Okay.
Oh, let me see here.
They upgraded. The premium package is a robot.
So they can still ask questions and go to you for advice.
Yeah.
Should I date Billy or not?
Grandpa, what should I do? Yeah, that makes sense.
Even Michael's great-great-grandchildren will be able to talk to him.
Maybe.
Or at least something close anyway.
I think the world will be gone by then, but maybe.
They will have taken over.
Yeah.
He and his wife got to see the AI in action for the first time last month, and they were both very impressed. She asked it to say something nice to her before bed. Say something nice to me before bed.
Yeah.
And his exact voice said, "My love, have sweet dreams, and I love you very much."
That's good.
So,
did the grandpa have actually said that? That's the question.
apparently so, because they learned from him.
It would have been.
That's something he would have said.
Your lasagna doesn't suck as bad as it used to. Is it would it be accurate?
Apparently that's Bobby's. Wow, you just called out her lasagna making,
Good night.
I think. No, it's not cheap.
Not bad.
It's not as bad as I thought it was going to be.
I mean, if it's just a screen, how much can it be?
It's $10,000 to $15,000.
Whoa, okay.
That's a one-time cost. Your family never has to pay anything, and there's already a wait list to sign up.
It never has to pay unless Eternos goes bankrupt or something like that.
Well,
I guess
you just lose everything.
Yeah.
Unless you get something.
Do you get a hard copy?
I would think you get a hard copy and then like a backup version.
Yeah.
In case something goes wrong with the...
We need to reboot Grandpa. Lightning got him again.
Oatmeal. Yeah, he's stuck in a loop.
Yeah. Well, this Grandpa, wherever he's from, Ireland, is that what you said? Maybe Germany. Germany. Will this German Grandpa be the leader of the robot revolution? Since he's like the first roboticized human?
Yeah, eventually they're going to put you in bodies. Like robot bodies that look kind of real but fake. And then you'll be able to talk to them. And would you do that?
Robot body?
Would you have your parents say?
Roboticized?
If you could put your parents in a robot body and then you could ask them and talk to them and all this stuff, and they just start wandering around your house.
Yeah. No. No.
Would you do it and leave for your kids?
If the kids wanted it, I guess. But I think some of the beauty of it is...
Because you live forever.
But some of the beauty of death is you can remember things, even if it's revisionist, right?
Yeah.
Maybe you don't really want to hear my thoughts for the rest of your life and the rest of your children's life. You know, maybe it's better off that you're dead, is what I'm saying in a weird way.
So what I'm hearing, Bobby, is a no-go on the Eternos.
Yeah, I'm a little nervous. It's a German guy on top of it. What if we created Robot Hitler here? He's just ready to take us all out.
True. Shut it down and put it.
That's what would happen.
Put Grandpa in the closet.
That's if I turn him on, that's my grandpa. But we just hang clothes on it like the treadmill. We don't really use it anymore.
How sad would that be?
Yeah. I hope he still watches like Jeopardy or something like that. And the robot sits down and watches Jeopardy every day. It's what Grandpa liked to do.
Eminem ran an obituary for Slim Shady.
Okay.
Apparently Slim Shady has died. Oh, it's an upcoming album called The Death of Slim Shady.
Oh, okay. I didn't know he was still making albums.
But he ran an obituary. It says, his complex and tortured existence has come to a close, and the legacy he leaves behind is no closer to resolution than the manner in which this character departed the world. May he truly find peace in the afterlife that he could not find on earth.
All right.
Slim Shady has died.
Great.
Oh, Roadhouse sequel.
Already? Like the new one?
A Roadhouse sequel including Jake Gyllenhaal. Is it Gyllenhaal?
Correct. Yeah, Gyllenhaal.
The first one has been watched more than 80 million people.
Wow.
Since it debuted less than a month ago.
Done way better than I would have guessed.
My thing on that, there's people that have watched it 10 times.
Yes.
And I bet they count.
I agree.
That's 10 people.
That's 10 views. My real question is how many watched 5 minutes, and that still counts?
I don't know what that's the other thing is how much is...
They just clicked play on it and went back.
Does that count, or do you have to watch the whole thing?
I don't know. I guess if you're the company...
You're going to say 5 minutes is good.
Yeah, I think if they pushed play at all.
There's also a Legally Blonde prequel series, which follows her in high school.
Okay.
Nicolas Cage.
So here we go. He does some interesting things now.
Will try his hand in a series TV called Noir. Noir? Noir? Noir. Based on the Marvel comic Spider-Man Noir.
I guess I'm not familiar with it.
It's a live action series, but Cage did voice of the character in an animated movie, Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse.
Okay, that's a pretty recent Spider-Man animated thing.
So, yeah, we're already getting a...
That's fast. It must have done really well. Like, they are really happy with the results. Yeah. You watched it, right?
Mm-hmm.
You liked it?
Yeah.
Yeah?
It was all right.
Yeah.
It could have been a lot better. It could have been a lot better.
Well, if they're getting Gyllenhaal at least to do the second one too.
But it was good enough. If you've never seen Roadhouse, you probably thought, "Oh, that's pretty cool." But if you've seen the original Roadhouse, the story was pretty flimsy. It didn't go into enough.
I've never watched.
It didn't go in depth enough. Like there was no. It was just all of a sudden, okay, this is what he is, and what would have made it better is if all of a sudden he's like this tortured son of the original Roadhouse guy, because he gets into MMA.
Yeah,
and they could have made it better, and that's what he's running from, in a sense. But he somehow ends up doing the same thing his dad did, type of thing. That would have made a better story.
Everybody I've talked to that watched it, it very much depends on if you have any attachment to the original or not. That's all it comes down to.
Yeah.
Like you want that because of that. You've seen the original
because
stuff.
I think it would have made a better story.
Maybe so. I haven't heard.
But it could be because I have seen the original.
Because you've seen the original, you have attachment to the original. That's my thought. Which is, I'm going to bet, is most of the plays. Most of the clicks. Yes. Unless you've seen the original, or there's not a lot of draw.
A Jake fan or a McGregor fan.
I do like Gyllenhaal. I think most of his movies are pretty
McGregor
decent, actually.
Just did the same thing over and over. He did that weird walk.
It's how he walks. Yeah. That's how he walks when he's like
and then he
putting on the
same
show.
Thing, everything. Yeah. I feel like they told him do that all the time.
Yeah.
Because he did it
just
the whole movie.
Do your cocky walk. Do
all the time.
He's like, oh, okay, I can do that. Well, it's okay, though. That's just his acting debut. It's kind of what he is.
Yeah, I'm not. Yeah, definitely not.
What service was it on? I forget.
Amazon.
It was on Amazon. Okay.
Yeah, Roadhouse sequel.
Well, that'll be, what, a year or two?
The Boys is back for going to be back for a fifth season. I watched the first one. I haven't watched any of the other ones.
No, I'm still bummed about. I read something about this today or yesterday. Was a show called Mindhunter, which was fantastic. Yeah. It was a Netflix original. And evidently the first season of that came out like 6 years ago. And they made 2 seasons. They've never made another one. And they could have kept it going.
Yeah.
Because it's based on true events of how the FBI started. When we started profiling people as serial killers.
Oh, see, I'm surprised that didn't.
And 2 seasons,
I never
fantastic.
Watched it,
and it's into real people. You know, there's people playing Charles Manson. There are people playing the BTK killer. People playing Son of Sam. All that sort of stuff. And it was so good, so interesting about them trying to figure out what makes these guys do, oh, okay, we're starting to profile them of they have a tick, a type A, some sort of trauma, this or that, whatever. It was very cool. Stop making it after 2 seasons. They haven't had one for a long time now. It sucks. I thought it was so interesting.
Mr. and Mrs. Smith is getting a second season. Lord of the Rings, The Rings of Power. Apparently, I was surprised they possibly brought that back. Maybe it's because they spent so much money on it.
Yeah.
To have the rights to do it. But it was viewed by more than 100 million people worldwide. So almost... The one thing got 90, and they spent, I think it was $100 million. No, it was more than that. It was like $1 billion or something like that to get the rights or something.
Oh, okay, for the rights, yeah.
To be able to do whatever they wanted to with this section, but apparently it's only like a little small section of the Lord of the Rings.
Yeah,
there's like this much of the Lord of the Rings that we'll pay you $1 billion to have the rights to do this.
For 2 chapters or whatever, yeah.
And we'll build our stories around that.
The side story sort of thing. $1 But good Lord. Almost you have to keep making it then. To try to recoup, yeah.
Tomb Raider.
Another?
A new series based on the iconic video game Tomb Raider follows adventures, blah, blah, blah.
Oh, series now.
That's all. It's not a lot of details. But they're going to make a Tomb Raider.
Okay.
You're cordially invited. Reese Witherspoon and Will Ferrell revealed the first look of a new comedy film. Witherspoon plays a woman planning her sister's perfect wedding.
Okay.
Ferrell, a father of the young bride-to-be.
This sounds about... Wait a minute. So that makes Reese Witherspoon Will Ferrell's son? Or daughter, I mean?
If Witherspoon plays a woman planning her sister's perfect wedding.
Right.
Ferrell, the father of the young bride-to-be.
Yeah, which would also make him her dad, too.
Is it? I don't know.
She's the sister of the bride. He's the father of the bride.
Oh, okay.
Isn't she, like, they're not far apart in age?
No, I think they're farther than you think.
Are they?
Yeah.
And Will is looking
and
older.
Actually, if you look at the picture, they could easily be.
Yeah, and they can make
father daughter.
Yeah, that's funny. I would have guessed them to be close-ish in age.
They're like probably 6 years or something.
I'm gonna go find out. You know me.
Of course. Oh, Thursday Night Football is back.
Yeah.
Buffalo Bills and Miami Dolphins will kick off the season.
Yeah.
NASCAR. Prime Video also announced they're dropping the green flag May 25th, 2025 with the iconic night race, the Coca-Cola 600.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
There's also going to be a Dale Earnhardt Sr. documentary, 4-part documentary.
Okay. People will be into that.
Mm-hmm. There's also going to be a 4-part series chronicling the history of the Madden video game franchise.
That's cool.
That's cool as well.
Yeah.
An anthology series about the epic Game 7s throughout sports history.
Oh.
I'll be all over that.
Me too. Oh, I love Game 7s.
Here you go. A true crime documentary about Chiefsaholic.
Oh, yeah.
The notorious Kansas City Chiefs superfan and serial bank robber.
I mean, I think it's pretty self-explanatory. He's a season ticket holder, and he couldn't afford them. He robbed banks to buy it.
That tells you how ticket prices have gotten out of hand.
They're gouged. I tell you, they're too expensive. People are robbing banks to go.
There will also be Federer, 12 final days. The final 12 days of Roger Federer's professional tennis career.
Okay. My wife will probably like that far more than I will. But she was a tennis player, so. It's funny living with somebody like that, you know, like I never watched tennis before living with my wife. No, I don't mind. If I wake up early through the summer when a lot of times the men's finals on the overseas tournaments, it's like a Sunday morning.
Right.
And I wake up and I watch them a lot of times.
I used to watch tennis when I was younger, back when Andre Agassi and Pete Sampras and all those guys were big.
That is one thing for American tennis. We don't have big American stars right now.
I haven't watched in a long time because I used to play. It goes back to, I think sometimes that's how you watch stuff because you're playing it or you're doing it. I used to play tennis a lot back then.
Crazy athletes, really. But we still watch it different. I watch it and enjoy it. She watches it and understands the shots more and how they set it up. And, wow, that was great because they set up that shot this way. Right. And I don't understand that stuff because I didn't really play. That's 8 years apart, by the way. Will is 56. She's 48.
Really?
Yeah.
I wouldn't have guessed her. Well, I guess she's been around a long time.
I know. She's quite a while. Reese has been out there. She's been famous for over 20 years for sure. Well, I don't think she looks 48. I
guess she has been doing stuff for a long time.
The Legally Blonde thing, by the way, was 2001.
Oh, okay.
And she had movies before that.
This is why we cannot have nice things. A new art installation called The Portal, which is really cool. It opened up in New York last week. An identical one opened in Dublin, Ireland. Now, each portal shows a live feed of the other city. I mean, you can't walk through it and end up in Dublin. Now, that would be cool. But I mean, being able to see but it's in a circle.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of like, I don't know if you've ever seen Stargate.
Nope.
The movie. Oh, you're missing out. Stargate, the movie. Our TV series. I recommend the movie. But anyway, Stargate. It looks just like that.
Okay.
And that is a portal where you just walk through and you end up somewhere.
Yeah, it's Stargate. I assumed, honestly.
Go to other planets.
Yeah.
Each portal shows that live feed. The idea is to let people connect with each other oceans away.
Which is a cool idea.
And that's kind of cool.
But it lasted a week.
But less than a weekend, it's temporarily shut down after too many people were flashing and mooning each other.
Mm-hmm. You knew that would happen.
What shall we do with this?
Mm-hmm.
Woo!
Shake them.
I have nothing wrong with that. But anyway, folks have also been giving each other the finger.
Oh, okay.
So they've been flipping each other off.
Oh, but across seas.
They're grinding on the portal.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, right.
Wow. Holding up inappropriate photos.
Okay.
Including pornographic photos.
Okay, that makes sense.
Someone in Ireland, they're just holding up bad stuff. Some people on both sides are being idiots, so it's not just New Yorkers or Irelanders.
No. Irelanders?
I don't know. That's right.
Irish folks.
Irish folk.
I guess. I don't know.
So it's both sides.
Irelanders. I don't really know how to say it. Irish?
I think Irish.
Yeah.
I think is the appropriate way. Dublin turned theirs off this week. So designers could add tech to filter out images on your phone if you're holding it up.
Okay.
It was also supposed to run 24/7, but it sounds like they might start turning it off at night because, again, we can't keep people from flashing, mooning.
This is not
as... They know eventually somebody's getting on there and doing the nasty.
That's what I thought you were going with eventually. Like, I thought, oh, great, somebody already laid down and done it in front of the portal.
Yeah.
In public on a sidewalk somewhere.
The portals were back up and running apparently as of yesterday, so hopefully those fixes, will take place. The artists behind it are hoping to add more of them in cities around the world.
It would be really cool to be able to just wave at somebody in what other city,
whatever city or country
and
or
it
world.
Doesn't seem like that would be that hard to pull off. It's just like a webcam, isn't it?
Basically, but
it's a Zoom call.
The weird thing is when you see it, it looks, because there's nothing behind it. It's just this portal ring, and it shows the screen right there, and it's real high def.
Okay.
And there's nothing behind it. So there's not like a screen-looking thing. It's almost like it's...
Okay, so that's different.
I haven't seen it in person. I've seen it in pictures, videos, and I've seen people flashing. That's how I think the very first time I saw it was some girl going, "Woo!"
You knew that. Like they didn't think that was going to happen.
And I went, "What's this?"
Yeah.
And then
what did I click on?
And then I found out it was the portal.
Huh.
And I thought, well, that's kind of cool. But of course, we can't have that.
Oh, we will ruin it. It made it a week, for God's sakes.
Yeah. Well, it was like within 48 hours, I think somebody was already like, mooning and showing boobs.
Yeah. You knew that was going to happen. They should be happy that far worse than that hadn't happened already.
Yes.
I'm surprised it hadn't. I'm watching video now. It's because it is on pretty busy streets. So it's going to be hard to somebody get out there and do the nasty right in front of the portal, because there's always going to be people around for the most part, it looks like.
And to me, this is also a sign of what's to come.
Yeah.
Eventually, we talked about the tube life.
Yes.
Eventually, the portals will be like tubes, and you'll be able to just go, phoom.
I'm all about that. If they would have made that, I'm all cool with that. We can just pop in. I mean, I want to choose somewhere other than Dublin, I think, but.
Why?
Seems scary over there.
Dublin?
Yeah.
Ireland?
Yeah.
I want to go to Ireland.
I don't think I can handle it. I think I might die.
I want to go to Ireland.
Yeah.
Ireland and Scotland.
There's far more places that are higher up on my list than Dublin.
Find me a Scottish woman. Speak to me.
He'll never come back. He'll just be golfing with some Scottish lady.
That's it. Rest of my life right there. you're having a good day, Anna. Well, if you were a fan of Roadhouse with Jake Gyllenhaal, good news. Roadhouse 2 is in the works.
Now, Chris is the only one of us that have seen it, and his opinion is kind of,
it's all right.
It's all right.
It was okay.
Yeah.
It could have been so much better.
He's not blown away. He didn't hate it.
Didn't hate it.
But evidently a lot of people watched it.
They say more than 80 million people in this month, time since frame that it's been out, have watched it. So they have greenlit Roadhouse sequel. It will star Jake once again. No word on if Conor McGregor will be back.
You have to have a different bad guy probably, right?
I would think so.
I would guess so, too. I don't know. I haven't seen the first one, but I'd almost guess you have to have a different bad guy.
And I really wish there's a few things they could have tweaked about the story that would have made it much better.
Yeah.
Because it wouldn't have affected anybody that had never seen the original, but everybody that would seen the original would have went, oh my gosh, this is amazing.
Yeah.
So that's the step that I
can't speak to it. I've not seen either one.
Legally Blonde. Maybe more. Have you seen that?
No. I can safely say I've not seen Legally Blonde.
The prequel. It's a prequel series that follows her in high school. That's going to be a TV series.
All right. Some people will be into that.
Nicolas Cage is going to do a some kind of
Spider-Man
thing. Spider-Man Noir.
Yeah. Nick Cage just doing what he wants to do, which is cool.
Yeah. So there's a couple other things out there. A bunch of sports documentaries that it looks like they're going to do. It's pretty cool.
We're most excited about one that is all about Game 7s.
Yes.
It's nothing but Game 7s in the history of sports, which
best
is
Game 7s,
awesome.
Crazy Game 7s.
And there have been some really good ones. So that's a fun one.
That's going to be a lot of fun.
Mm-hmm.
So everybody's kind of putting out there, here's what's coming in the future of 2025 or the end of 2024 and into 2025.
Yeah.
Here's what's coming.
We are getting all that info. TV a couple of days ago. Now we got all the movies, streaming stuff now. So some good stuff on the way.
Here's Rich Glitter.
This is not headline news. Wendy's now offers a 50-piece chicken nugget meal. It's for people who find the triple Baconator too heart healthy. A passenger is suing Delta for $1 million, saying he broke a rib when he leaned on his armrest and it collapsed. Sounds crazy to the rest of us, because that guy had an entire armrest to himself? Drew Barrymore says she has a bearded dragon. Wow, Drew. TMI. And George Clooney will make his Broadway debut in a new play. Expect him to do well, because the Broadway play isn't Batman. This is not headline news.
Are you texting? A request? We are getting your, like the Big Dog Rocks. Appreciate it. Yeah, you texted that. Big Dog Rocks. We got that. Now, if you just text us, it will not send something back. Unless we see it, and I go... There, you should have got that. Now, on the contesting, it's just that limited window and stuff. So we're getting your text, so I'm not sure about the other. You can even clone your voice.
Sure you can.
On this thing.
Yeah. Is it cost free?
Well, it's like anything.
What you can get for free is this.
Probably. Mm-hmm. There's a lot of information here. I like a lot.
Yeah.
Um, 10,000 characters a month. 3 custom. 29 languages. Jeez. For free. It's plenty for what we would.
We could do our show in Spanish.
Anna, thanks for joining us. Everybody else, appreciate it very much. Remember, always leave comments, share out, all that kind of good stuff. We'll be back tomorrow. Later today, we'll be visiting another Wet Nose Wednesday.
Yeah, we're
got
excited.
a cute pup that we're going to be talking about next. And we'll have that video up at on the Big Dog 97.9 Facebook page, all that kind of good stuff a little bit later.
Yeah. Have a great day.
Have a good day.